On today's episode of 2Gs in a Pod, episode 22, we discuss, spoiler alert, Avengers EndGame. George and I also dive into Steph and Ayesha Curry and try to figure out what the hell is going on in that relationship right now. The impact of Kim Kardashian and all the body stuff that she's doing on all of these little girls' brains nowadays. We wrap up the pod doing a quick 5-point hitter on the NBA playoffs and give our prediction for who we think is going to take the chip home.
When I die, fuck it, I wanna go to...
Because I'm a piece of shit and how to fucking tell.
Why are you calling me a piece of shit, fool?
Don't make sense going to heaven with the goody-goody dressed in white, like all black.
And you too.
Go on with it.
Something when
Here
dressed
we
in white.
go.
No, hold on a second. Dressed in white. I like black Tims and black hoodies. Late at night.
No, all my life I've been considered as the worst. Lying
To my mama, even stealing out her purse. From something abortions.
Blank to abortion.
From blank to abortions. I wish my mama had a fucking abortion. No. Something without a caution. I wish my mom had a fucking abortion.
From drugs to extortion. I
Drug.
wish my mama had a
Yo, listen, I'm not stuck in 1994, fool. Okay.
the marathon did
Yeah. The man, yo, 25 years later, god damn it. Woo. Or we could hit him with the Rascals, you know.
Don't make sense.
Before you cross the border, better have your in order. Cause now you're about to
cross that line. Guaranteed, I mean nothing to save you. Okay, Akon, let's go. Oh, sorry, that was an Akon. I don't know where that came from. Fuck, Akon is weak.
What? Oh god. 2Gs in a pod, and we are back at it. Guns blazing, episode 22. Andrew Wiggins.
Ooh.
You dig?
Only 16 from the difference of the number on your jersey, George. You got to tell them what you're wearing right now.
Oh, so tonight is Toronto Raptors versus Philly night, and I am the ultimate hypocrite because I am wearing the anti-Canadian jersey. I am wearing Dr. J, Julius Erving tonight because I was in the jersey mood, you know. Last episode, George wore his Damian Lillard jersey, and tonight it's my time to shine, you know, because I bring the throwbacks out. I don't give a fuck about whether it was Canadian or non-Canadian, Raptors, Philly. It don't matter. If y'all want me to rock the dinosaur jersey, I'll bring that out too. I just got to go reach out to Georgia's counterfeit website, you know, chingchangchong.com.
Honestly, bro, I got to tell you right now, and I'm going to announce it to all the Toronto Raptors fans. Fucking George can hate on my Chinese website all he wants, but his jersey, it actually looks like it comes from a Chinese website. But anyways, all you Raps fans, if they lose tonight, it's because of George. He's coming in here and he's repping Julius Erving.
I got Hardwood Classics on deck, B. Shut the
All of my jerseys have the same sticker, bro. They're probably made in the same factory, you dig?
Fisher Price. Listen to me. There is no hate, no discrimination towards the Asians this month, especially not this month because it is the Asian Heritage Month in Canada.
Everyone, George is racist against the Asians. So.
Are you kidding me? I love the Asians so much.
So for George to come out like this and like announce it's Asian Appreciation Month,
son, like it's just me. It was like that. Ching Chang Chong was me, just finding a way to kick in right into it. You know what I mean? Just give him all the props in the world. Like, I'm Asian, you're Asian. Our motherland is in Asia. If you think about it, our homeland is where? It's in Asia.
It's crazy, man, because...
So we're not hating nobody today at all.
It's crazy the difference just from East Asia all the way to West Asia, man.
It is. It's like Africa.
Completely different culture, completely different everything.
Exactly. Africa too, you know? Even
Nuts.
North America. You know, you got USA, you got Canada. You know what's the difference between us and them? We are America's armpit. That's exactly what we are. We are like the BO of North America right now. We smell like shit. Yo, and speaking of smelling like shit, why does today smell like absolute shit? You notice today's air was just not quality air today? Like, it was just absolute ass.
Because it coincides with the weather, man. It's shit outside too. Fuck.
I'm still wearing my pre-winter jacket on what is today, May 9th, fam. Like, why are we
nuts.
still?
I
are we
haven't
still
even
doing
changed
that?
my winter tires yet because I'm too
I
scared.
probably won't change them at all.
Yeah.
I might just keep them on deck for the remainder of this year, 2019.
That's it, man.
I'm also considering getting a new whip. I'm thinking of getting maybe like a Bugatti or something. You know what I mean? By Bugatti, I mean like a Genesis. You know, a Hyundai Genesis, or like a what's the higher end after like a what's it called, the accent? It's the Elantra.
Oh.
Yeah. So by Bugatti, I mean Elantra.
George wants the Hyundai.
Are you okay?
Okay.
So, man, what's been good with you, bro? First of all, before I ask you that question, I want to give the biggest happy first belated birthday to the homie. Yo, Jeremiah, happy birthday, little homie. Much love to you. You know Uncle Juju loves you. Juju on the beat. I love you. Shout out to you. I came into this house. I felt like I was already walking into a party because I got all the decorations still on deck. Man, tell me about that. How was that, bro? How was your son, your pride and joy's first year, bro? Like, how was it?
Honestly, our pride and joy. He was super happy. He was ecstatic to have all these little friends around him.
Damn, he got friends?
Thank God. Honestly, man, this kid, he's social. He just wants to have fun with any and every kid, regardless of age. It was popping. Like, a face painter was here, like painting everyone's face. Man, I got a Hulk painting on my face.
Oh, that's that green on your cheek. Oh, okay.
Ooh.
Just kidding.
Ooh.
Just jokes.
And then after that, there was a balloon show. Big ups to my homie Brad Wood, who came from Orbital Talent.
Who the hell is Brad Wood? He sounds like some entertainer on Netflix or something.
He's an entertainer with Orbital Talent. He did a sick, hilarious balloon show, a comedy show for all the kids. It was jokes.
Oh,
big
word.
ups. It was fun time, man. We had a lot of food, man. We spent a lot of time and money on this just to make it very accommodating for lots of people. So I hope everyone had fun, but especially my boy. God bless you, my little man. Happy first birthday. I can't believe you're 1 year old already.
That's wild, man. And it's like a perfect day, first of the month.
Time flies, bro. Time is flying. God bless you, my little man. And
yeah,
honestly, I hope you have a million more. And
big ups, man.
Our goal is to make everyone after this one even better than the last.
And this year was, did you stick to the original plan of
Toy Story?
Yeah, I was about to say
Toy Story Land in here, bro. It was a Toy Story Land up in here.
Yeah.
Man.
Oh,
it
man.
was solid. I had even like a cowboy outfit on, man. I was sweating. I had the bandana like under the beard. My neck and my armpits were drenched like a fucking swimming pool, man.
This guy, you are the armpit of Canada, man.
Yeah, man.
Armpit. Oh, man, that's really dope, bro, man. Oh, man. Yo, shout out to all the pops out there. I know Mother's Day is around the corner, but we gotta show.
Don't forget about the pops, yo.
Yeah, no, definitely not gonna forget about that. So, being that this is your first son, this is like the biggest joy to you, right?
Definitely.
I don't know this feeling. I don't have a kid yet. Not that I know of. You know what I'm saying? But for you, I want to know from your point of view. Give me your perspective on what it's like to be being a father, especially right now, 1 year in.
Honestly, man, it's dope. It's very, very, very like a dramatic in terms of how big of a life change it is. It's not like a dramatic in a sense where there's drama and beef and this and that. It's just such a switch. Like going from only caring about you and your boo, your first priority every time you wake up and you fall asleep is your kid. If your kid is not happy in bed at night, if they're not happy in the morning, you got to work and bust your ass to make them happy. Doesn't matter if you're late for work, if you don't go to work, if you miss work, if you're doing whatever it is. That to me is definitely the biggest change. And of course, everyone does their best to try to tell you, but it's very hard to internalize and understand that only as you're in it and a couple of weeks or a couple of months in, you're like, wow, I have to really adjust. You really have to adjust your full priorities, bro. That is the number one change, and that's the biggest piece of advice I can give to anyone out there who is about to be a parent or who has just become a parent. Keep your options open for changing your priorities. Do not try to live in the same bubble. It doesn't matter if you want your own time, if you want your time alone, if you want time to decompress on your own and a little bit of time to do your own thing. No, that's not fair to your kid, and it's not fair to your your boo, your husband or your wife, you all have to be on the same page and you all have to live for that kid. If you try to live a bachelor's life and you end up being a dad, it's going to be a rude awakening for you, and you're going to end up alone on your ass, or you're going to end up in an unhappy ass marriage. So, yeah, man, it's all about being open-minded about stuff. That, I would say, is the biggest change. But above all else, it's truly a blessing, because you come home and no matter how stressed you are, just to see that kid smiling when he sees you or when she sees you, and they like walk or crawl up to you, or they like jump in your arms, it's the most beautiful feeling ever, because that made their day. Like, our days in our adult world are so complex that just going somewhere and actually seeing a person, to us, is like minor, we take it for granted. But babies, they don't. This is like a life achievement that they have every day when you open the door.
Mm-hmm.
It's a beautiful feeling, for sure.
Now, I've seen a few fathers that are close to me, and I go to the house, and these are like the hardworking dads. They do the 9 to 5s. They probably even do other like hours or whatnot. It's just very demanding, and they got to provide, right? So
100%.
I noticed one thing with them is when they enter the house, as soon as they walk right through that door, all those kids, they start running to the door like, "Daddy, daddy, daddy." And even with you, I've seen it too. I've seen it every time I walk up and I go to that living room and I see little homie Gigi. He's just right there. This guy is all smiles, man. And like, I mean, I feel like it's like my own little kid when I see these kids and they be running towards me too. But I can only imagine what it's gonna be like when my time comes. But for you, it must be like the greatest joy, like the greatest feeling in the world when you walk in, even after a long, stressful, annoying day. You had to deal with a lot of BS at work, but the moment you come in there, you don't even want to think about anything but that little son, that your little boy that's right there. So, but there's also something that I remember, not to get into the basketball talk, but I had read about the Currys, right? Steph and Ayesha talking about they actually put their marriage before their own kids. It sounds rough and cold, but the way they worded it made more sense, because
of course,
the moment you get involved with each other and you have the whole starting your whole life together as a couple, and then it leads to starting a family together. I think the thing that most couples they forget is the essence of the husband and wife.
Mm-hmm.
And then once those kids get in the way, well, they don't get in the way. Once those kids arrive, it's like as if they threw the whole marriage thing out the window almost. It seems like.
Yeah, man. Yeah. And I see it all the time. And I actually know like a lot of couples that are experiencing that right now. And I don't blame the Currys for actually approaching it like that. To always remember like that the source of that child was your founding relationship with your wife and your husband.
Big time.
Is number one. And you can't put that on the back burner either. And hey, after 18 years, after 20 years, after however many years, all of those kids are going to be gone, and all you're going to have is yourself. So if you forget how to live with each other, you're going to be super unhappy when the kids are gone, and you're going to be depressed because you put all your eggs in like all of those kids' baskets, and now they're gone, and you took all of your eggs away from your husband or your wife or whomever, and it's like it does have a potential to be a spiteful thing,
Mm-hmm.
Like a husband or a wife could think all these years, oh, my partner was so up in my kids' life, and like now the kids are gone and now they're back onto me, or they're trying to get me back. Why? Because I'm the only one in the house left, so there is a chance, most definitely. Speaking of like the Currys, what is up with Ayesha Curry, bro, and her whole thing about trying to get guys' attention, and like the lack of other guys' attention is actually affecting her? What the fuck is that about, bro?
Oh no, she's wildin'. She's just wildin'. Like she it's just
Like imagine if you're a husband and you hear that, or if you're a wife and you hear that, and your partner is actually saying that. Like, tell me what the fuck you're gonna say when you get to the house that night, George.
This thing that she said on the Red Table Talk there with Jade and Pinkett and all of them. This is either something that's been building since day one with her husband, like when they weren't even married yet, because those two been like high school sweethearts and all that, till now, which is still a long time because they've been together for so long. They've been married for a long time as well. And I think it probably built more and more as the guys, the dude reached the NBA, right? Because the moment you reach that NBA, you're basically signing up to like Groupieville. And when you think about it, like all the girls are gonna come after you, especially when you are at like the peak of your career. Steph Curry, when he had that MVP season, I can only imagine how many girls and how many women have thrown themselves at this guy. And to her defense, of course you're gonna feel some type of way when you got all these women that are after you like that, and you're just like the wife that's sitting there and you're letting that happen. But if y'all have like this really dope relationship and communication and trust, and that Steph Curry is a nice dude, genuinely, you have nothing to worry. If anything, this should be funny. You should be laughing like, yo, look at this shorty over here. Oh, look at that shorty over there. Oh, she trying. Yo, like,
okay. But now I'm gonna put you in his shoes. If you spot your wife on TV, or if you go on your phone and you find a clip on IG of that conversation, tell me like be the chef on this one. How are you gonna react as soon as you get home that night? What are you gonna say to her?
Bitch, sit your ass down. Straight up, like, what are you talking about? Like, why do you need to say? Because now you're gonna start making this guy feel a type of way, even though he's already busting his ass every single night, day in and day out, playing basketball throughout the whole year.
And his ankles.
Yeah, and then like his
busting his ankles.
His like plastic ass ankles. Steph Curry does not need to he's already worrying about winning a championship and maintaining a franchise or like a great roster, a great team. Don't make this guy having to go home and think about other shit that like, because like if she's really trying to do that just for the controversy and just for attention seeking, bro, like she needs to reevaluate herself, because you're fucking gorgeous. You don't need that attention. Just like your mother-in-law said, you're not in that position where you're looking out right now. You're not looking for nobody. You already got your man. You're living the perfect life. Apparently, perfect is not good enough nowadays. Like, you had everything you could imagine for. You got 3 beautiful kids. You got a good-looking, light-skinned, waffle-faced husband. Like, come on, man.
Waffle face.
She's the pancake and he's the waffle. What more can you ask for? And then on top of that, you got so much going on for yourself. You're a chef. You're out here, dropping cookbooks and have your own cook show and all that stuff. You got so many people that like are inspired by you, and you're like a role model to these girls out. Now that you say this stuff and all the kids that look up to you, now you're gonna enter that in their brain, and then they're gonna get brainwashed by it, and you're gonna start thinking, I need attention by every single man. Even though I'm taken, I just want to make sure that I know that people are still looking for me. Who thinks of that? So that the only thing that I'm defending her is about how she feels about her husband getting all the attention from groupies. But you don't need male groupies. You don't. He doesn't need the female he doesn't need them. Why? Because he already got you. Y'all literally a fucking tag team. Like, you see Dwayne Wade and Gab Union right now. They're a fucking
tag teaming.
To the point where they're to the point where they're doing fucking treadmill commercials together, which I see every fucking 5 minutes. I'm tired of that shit.
Every basketball broadcast is there.
TSN and fucking y'all need to stop with these
TNT and
my god. Can y'all get that shit off my fucking screen? Like, no disrespect, to Missy Elliott, because even Missy Elliott, I kept hearing, get silly. Like, I'm tired of that song and I'm tired of that commercial.
And honestly, bro, I'll be totally honest with you.
But they're still a team,
As a D Wade fanboy, I kind of find it a ridiculous commercial, because it came out just as he's like retiring, or he's like retired now.
Yeah.
So to me, it's jokes. It's like, what now is like his fitness level gone down so fast that he's on the same level as his wife.
Because he was munching on the Krispy Kremes.
Yeah, man, like us. It's kind of ridiculous.
We got the Krispy Kremes over here, but listen, when you think about it, those two, even during his tenure in the NBA, prior to his retirement, like, you never see those two go through like that. Why now, Ayesha? Like, that's my question. I want to know why. And this isn't the first time that she's been, scrutinized for some of the stuff she's been saying. She's already been, harassed online. And this is all online too. This all comes down to the online bullshit, right? Like, the whole media, not the media, the whole social media people, the misogyny started to kick out, blend in. It's like 2009 decided to come right back and started to bite her in the ass for what she said, because 10 years ago social media was all about misogyny. Now you got to be super PC, you got to be careful what you say, and the moment someone says something somewhat controversial like what she just said recently about her needing the attention from men, yo, why don't you go check your DMs? I'm pretty sure if you went on your Instagram DMs, you probably have like at least 5,600,000 dudes that are sliding in saying
5.6 million.
Yeah, like, what's up, boo? How you doing? Oh, your man not looking too good out there in these streets in the playoffs. Maybe that's what's going on. Maybe because he's playing so bad in the playoffs that she's probably already considering letting him go, and she's looking for her next man. Yo, you know how many light-skinned players there are in the NBA that can compare to him in a way? I don't know. Because there's a lot of breakups going on in a celebrity world right now. Shout out to Joe Budden. He's kind of going through it too right now too. Hold on, man. I feel bad.
Word, what's happening to Joe Budden, bro?
Oh, him and his wifey, man. That shit's.
They're on the outs now again.
Yeah,
Oh,
she's out of the crib. She took the son and everything.
I know, but what happened to this?
There's not much detail around it, but all we know is that it's just been rough times because Joe Budden is all about his moolah, right? He's all about that money. Joe Budden has been on tour a lot lately, doing the podcast tour, the Joe Budden podcast, and he's just been away from the wife a lot. And, I think she felt some type of way. And when you think about it, I don't know if this also plays in, if this is a big factor, but there's a 12-year age gap between those two. He's 38 and she's like 27, 26, 27.
And why can't he bring her out on tour with him though? I don't understand.
Pretty sure she would have gone, but she probably has some other stuff too going on. Cause don't
pretty
forget,
sure he's smashing other girls. That's why.
Nah, Joe Budden ain't no cheater. Cause I'm pretty sure if you would have read this, or if you would hear this podcast right now and he heard you, he'd block your ass on Twitter, just like he did me back in the day. But Joe Budden has gone.
Fuck,
on
everyone
record.
blocked your ass. Belly, Joe Budden,
They've
and
all
who else?
Dikembed me. They've all tumbled my ass in the past.
Oh my god.
But you gotta understand, if you've heard Joe Budden, he's gone on record several times saying every relationship he's ever been in, he's never cheated. And why would he cheat on a woman that A, he put a baby inside her, and B, he proposed to her last December? Why would he do this now? This would be the last time he would do that. And he's just going through it right now. He's a real sad guy.
Is she pissed maybe because he put he put the wedding on hold to go on a stupid podcast tour?
It's no on hold, bro. They got engaged in December. When you get engaged, when are you supposed to get married? The next day? No, shit takes time. Some people get married a year or two after they get engaged. I don't know about you, but for him, I don't even think they even announced the date. They just got engaged, and she was more happy at the fact that she even had a ring more than the fact that she was gonna get married. She was gonna be a wife. So I feel like her mindset versus his, they were just not coexisting together in a way, even though they look cute together and all that, whatever. But I don't know, maybe they might hash things up. They might just fix things up. Maybe they're just going through it right now. They might have to talk to each other, because right now they haven't been talking to each other in a while. But anyways, I'm going left field with this one. I want to go back to the whole thing with Ayesha Curry. She wildin', bro. Long story short, she wildin'. She does not need to be telling the world that, yo, I would love to get attention from other men, because you're already getting it, but you're just blind as hell because you're too busy cooking and being at Warrior games. Now because all these mandems, they all know that this girl's thirsty and they're gonna be blowing up her IG their thirst
inbox, and it's gonna make and it's gonna make Mr. Curry fucking pissed, because he'll go check her phone and he'll see dick pics of dudes and shit.
Oh Lord, nobody wants to see all that.
That was the stupidest thing that woman should have ever done. I'm sorry, I know you want clicks and likes and shit, but you don't need to be telling people in public, on TV, or on a broadcast you're a bit jealous because you don't get as much attention from men. What the fuck is wrong with you, man?
I don't know. There's a lot of girls that have insecurities no matter their status, right? Every girl in the world has some type of form of insecurity in her life. Even the most famous and well-known celebrities that we have out here, George. Do you agree that someone like Kim Kardashian is someone with insecurities?
No, actually, no.
And then explain to me why she always has to get her body done and buy every body piece from a different doctor.
I don't think that is insecurity. I think that's a brand. I think her body is her brand, and it's just like an athlete. They have to work out to like be in shape. She has to do every surgery and all this shit because all of her income, her entire brand is founded within her body.
So you mean to tell me that if she stopped doing all these, body surgeries and whatnot, and getting her ass done, and her boobs done, and her face done, because Lord knows that face did not look like that about 12 years ago. But if she just, God forbid, like something happened to her tomorrow, she's like, yo, I'm done with this. You think that's just going to ruin her whole brand?
I don't think so, but I think for people who are so caught in that social media like realm, they don't know the actual answer. They have a skewed like version of that answer. I'm sure like nobody would give a shit if the girl ends up gaining 10 pounds and has like a flubby belly. I don't think anyone's gonna give a shit, but her in her head, because honestly that girl, she's all up in her head. The entire family is so stuck in like the social media zone or like realm or a black hole that their view of like reality is skewed, right? So no, I don't think it will impact her, but in her eyes it would, obviously. So
I'm gonna go with what I state. I totally believe that not only her but her entire family of the Kardashian Jenner household are all a bunch of insecure women. Kylie Jenner might be the biggest one. Actually, maybe not, because I can't tell you in terms of levels of who's the most to least. But Kylie, I can confirm she is too, because she went as far as getting her lips done. Like, we've seen what she looked like before, and we look at her now, and she's even went on into saying like, man, I wish I had my daughter's lips, because you look at her little beautiful daughter, Stormy. She's got those like, she's got the nice full lips, and Kylie wishes she had something like that naturally, but no, she went and got the lip fillers, and she even went as far as trying to removing them and going back to her natural look. And it didn't even last long. She went right back to her, regular scheduled program with the thick lips. I bet you anything right now, being that these are all social media influencers, the Kardashians, if they went out and decided, yo, we're done with the plastic look and all that, all of their followers and all of the people that are, that inspired to be like them, all these little girls that look up to these women will go on and follow what they do, because that's what they are. They follow these people and that's what they do. And I'm pretty sure this world would be a better place. It definitely will. Like, it would suck for all the plastic surgeons and shit, because they'd have like less appointments and less clients. But this is the shit that can literally kill you. And I don't think you doing shit to your body is going to improve your insecurities. Like, it's not going to make you less secure. Or it's not going to make you less insecure. My bad.
Honestly, I'll tell you right now, if they really cared about their fans and followers, they would do exactly what you just said that they should do, and go and say, you know what, we're not doing this shit anymore. Like, we love our bodies, this and that. And it would teach a lot of these girls, young and old, to also love their body too. If they gave a shit, that's what they do. But they obviously don't. They care about money, and it's a brand, right? Their body is their brand. So they don't give a shit about doing the altruistic thing or doing a socialist type move like that. It's not in their DNA, obviously.
Yo, and just going back to the initial talk with Ayesha Curry. Ayesha Curry is the opposite of them in a sense that all her entire body, like her whole look, is natural, and the Kardashians, they try to be more of like a sexual appeal, like a sexy appeal. Ayesha is more of the natural, good looking, I don't want to call her sexy, because she doesn't give me that sexy vibe. She just gives me that pretty cute vibe. She's elegant vibe. Like, she's got that cute face. She just has like a different aura to herself that the Kardashians don't have. And I'm still trying to understand, why do you need to get all that attention? Because you get it. I don't know if she probably said that shit for the clicks and the likes and like the views, and just, I don't know, to spark some type of conversation. Well, guess what? You won, because us here at 2Gs in the Pod, episode 22, we're talking about you right now. And I can speak for George when I say that we don't agree with what you're saying. You got all the attention in the world, but the only attention that should matter is the one that comes from your own husband.
Definitely. And especially because the guy is drowning by all of these girls' inbox messages and all the attention he gets, like, don't go out and say that, because then it's gonna make him think, okay, well, I guess like my own attention is not enough, and who knows, man? It might cause a little bit of friction with the relationship. It might cause him to start to have his eye elsewhere on like all the other girls that are probably inboxing him and showing him all this, actual like attention. It's just a wrong move in all regards, and I would be curious to see how he reacted to that. If he understood it, if he got pissed off at it, if he told her, look, like, all these girls don't mean anything to me. I'm super curious, actually, and I can't wait until a bored ass reporter goes and asks him after they lose the series against Houston.
Wow. Ooh. So is
bold prediction?
Is that where we're going right now? Straight up to the Houston, to the window, to the walls.
Honestly, listen, I gotta pause all of this ball talk, all of this Kim K talk. George, I gotta take the mic for a second, and I gotta go on a 5-minute
before you even get into that,
Avengers Endgame, because that elephant is staring at me in the room right now. We haven't even talked about that shit.
Elephant, chill, sit down real quick, because George, I wanted to actually that was my whole plan, was to segue this shit in a perfect way, because we talked about putting like the marriage thing before the kids, and make sure that the marriage stays healthy while you have kids. Yeah. And what I like about you and your wifey is that y'all are literally about to go watch a movie tonight on a Thursday, not a Tuesday, which is cheap Tuesday, but they want to go on
Detective Pikachu.
Yeah, so y'all gonna go cop that. Y'all about to go watch that, but I've been told that you went to go watch another movie recently, and that goes my segue.
The dome. Sorry about the whole like fucking up of your segue.
Yeah, thanks for that, motherfucker.
Check it out. Avengers Endgame. I hope everyone
Spoiler alert or nah?
Oh, I'm spoiling shit. I don't care. It's been 2 weeks. If you haven't gotten your ass up to go see it by now,
I don't get my ass up, bro.
Fuck all of y'all.
Fuck y'all, all of y'all. If y'all don't like me, blow me.
Okay, Eminem.
All right, let's get it then. That's Dre, by the way, fool.
Dre, it's okay. But it's in an Eminem song, right?
It's in a Dre song featuring M. Yo, I'm about to spank this guy while he talks about Endgame.
Don't even get me started here. This guy was like butchering a classic Biggie line earlier.
Yeah, we might.
I'm calling you out, bro. I'm calling you out. If I die, anyways.
Talk to me about the movie.
Anyways. Avengers Endgame, okay?
I might fall asleep though.
Part 2 of the Avengers Infinity War film that came out last year. So for all of y'all who have or have not been following, I don't care. I'm gonna talk as if everyone's following, because whoever is not following this shit is whack. And yeah, George, I'm looking at you. The Big L.
Big L, rest in peace.
They call me Big L. So, sorry, man. I dead sprung your ass there. And George knows exactly what song that is. The ladies love Cool James, man.
Yo, end the game before I end the show, man. Let's go, man. End the fucking. Hit us with
okay, Endgame. What a fucking movie, man. 3 hours of nonstop action. On the edge of your seat, biting your nails, eating your fucking popcorn, biting the inside of your lips, causing canker sores because of how anxious you are. Everyone in there was yelling and roaring and all that shit. So I gotta say, all in all, one of the best films, period, I've ever seen. It was definitely the best film of a trilogy I've seen, even though it's been a lot more than a trilogy. This is technically the 4th Avengers film, so it's a quadrilogy, I guess.
Quadrilogy. Was it better than last year's movie, though?
It was for sure.
Okay, because I fell asleep through that one, so I want to make sure I don't do the same this time.
So you have to watch this one, and you're not gonna sleep. If you do sleep, you can't sleep from the
hour?
From the last hour. The last hour is nonstop.
It's
you guys
bangers on bangers. Right.
It's bangers on bangers, and everyone comes back. Black Panther jumps in. You see Spider-Man. All these motherfuckers.
Oh, Wakanda in this beach.
So I'm spoiling this shit. Okay, Georgie. Okay.
No worries, bro.
So basically, essentially, from Infinity War last year, as you know, the asshole Thanos, he snapped, and everyone bamoosed. off of the planet, and they all got stuck in the realm of the Soul Stone. Now, the only way to undo that is either if they took those stones back from Thanos, or if they somehow got their own gauntlet and had to retrace their steps, go back in time. And within the first 5 minutes of the movie, they actually meet up with Thanos and they kill him. And you're like, whoa, what the fuck?
Oh, God.
Yeah, but you're like, what the fuck happened? Yeah. Because he admits that after he snapped Earth, he did another snap to kill all of the stones. So people cannot take the stones from him and undo all the damage
that he caused. Oh, shit.
Yeah, but in doing that, he became very weak, and they found him and on his planet. And he admitted to them, yeah, I did another snap and I killed all the stones, and so now there's no more stones. So you can't undo anything I did. And that's when Thor takes his fucking takes his axe and he slices the head off right away. He says, "I didn't miss this time. I went for the head this time around." And everyone in the movie is like, "Whoa, what?" So everyone was fucking confused. Then it goes forward to 5 years later, bro. It fast forward 5 years. Yeah.
Quick things like that?
So for 5 years, people have been living in this grief knowing they can't do shit. All of a sudden, Ant-Man, the motherfucker, he comes back from the quantum realm. And anyone that watched Ant-Man and the Wasp know that the quantum realm is basically a realm where you can actually go through time. And can actually enter to like different like occurrences of things that happen in your past, and instead of influencing it, because you cannot change your own future, what you do if you go through the quantum realm into these other pasts of yours that you had before is actually do a branch off of another reality. So it kind of fucks around with the idea of, for example, if you watch Back to the Future, did you watch that movie Back to the Future?
I did, but I don't.
But like a minute ago, right?
Yeah.
Essentially, all of the films that have ever dealt with time travel, if you go in the past and you fuck something up, it changes your like current future. Mm-hmm. However, they change all those rules. It's not like that. If I fuck something up by going to the quantum realm into the past, I'm not gonna fuck up that future, but I'm gonna make a different future in addition to that future that is already going to happen, that I experienced already. So it's like a branching off of like timelines, basically. Word. So that's why they say, fuck it. Now we got Ant-Man. He knows how to go into the past. They all like jump in the past. They grab their own stones. Like the same stones that Thanos captured, they grab, but before he was able to grab them.
Okay. So, and then
like Iron Man, Tony Stark, fucking... he like engineers his own infinity gauntlet, that arm. And yeah. However, during this escapade that they're trying to go and get the stones in an alternative past before Thanos gets, past Thanos, who's in the past, understands that this is what their plan is. So as they're coming back to the present day, he actually jumps into that as well, and he comes back as well. So this motherfucker hijacks their own technique and comes back to present day. So basically, they have a Thanos from 2014 that is onto their plan, and he jumps and he fucking hijacks their technology. And I can't tell you how because it's pretty crazy, but he hijacks their technology. And because I kind of want y'all to see it, even though I'm spoiling the fuck out of the movie for you now. But you're still gonna watch it because it is a spectacle of a fucking movie.
Well, the way you describe it, it makes me want to watch it, but at the same time, I'm like, you know what? I'm watching it right now.
It's crazy. So he jumps back into their present day, and he's laughing because they did all the work for him. They got all the stones for him.
All the engineered shit.
So like the engineered gauntlet, they got everything for him. So he's fucking happy. So he brings his army, and then there's an all-out war. The last hour of the movie. All of his fucking battlers and all of his men and soldiers and ships get transported with the same technology. So you have a fucking huge fight, bro. You have this motherfucker bringing his army, and then the Hulk takes the fucking gauntlet because he's the only one strong enough, and he snaps all of his buddies back. Portals open. Doctor Strange walks in. All of the Africans come in from like the Black Panther.
Wakanda.
All of the motherfuckers come in. All of the portals open. The Hulk snaps everyone back. All out war for 1 fucking hour, and the whole goal is to get that fucking gauntlet. Because after the snap, fucking Hulk is TKO. So the whole thing is like hot potato. So for 1 hour, they're battling each other and they're playing hot potato. And they're trying to get the gauntlet. And then it gets in Thanos' hand. He almost snaps it. And then Captain Marvel comes in, zaps him. She almost snaps it. It's like fucking hot potato.
Wait, hold on. Let me cut you. When you snap, that means you die?
No, if you snap, anything that you're thinking of that you want to happen will happen.
Will happen. So you're like God.
So you're, yeah, basically. Yeah,
Wow.
Exactly.
But you said Hulk almost killed himself?
Yeah, because it was so powerful. Anytime you snap, it's very powerful. The only reason that Thanos can actually be alive after snaps is because he is a descendant of the Eternals. The Eternals, are the founding beings of like the Marvel universe. His father is an original Eternal, so he's like godlike strength, right? So Hulk, even though he's fucking powerful, he can't actually handle. So he fucking passes out. He does wake up during the fight, but he's weakened and his arm is like paralyzed because he snapped with that.
Yeah.
And they're fighting and they're going back and forth, and then Thanos fucking gets it from Spider-Man, and he said, "Now I'm gonna snap you all again as I did in your future, but I'm not gonna keep half of you alive. I'm gonna kill all you motherfuckers." He's about to do the fucking snap. Iron Man comes, grabs the fucking stones, pulls them off, and he attaches them onto his own gauntlet that he made. Because the gauntlet that the cocksucker Thanos has, he took them from their gauntlet and he put it on his.
Right.
So Iron Man jacks them back and he puts it on his hand and he says, "I am Iron Man. Peace the fuck out, Thanos." He snaps and Thanos and his whole army get completely wiped out. But as a result of that, Iron Man dies. So Iron Man, who's the fucking cornerstone of the film, the cornerstone of the franchise, and in this film he has a daughter, he dies. But everyone gets a chance.
Isn't it like Logan or whatever? No, that's a different thing, right?
So that is also in like the Marvel universe, but that's a different. So it's not from Disney. That's from Fox.
My bad. All right. So he sacrificed himself.
He fucking snaps. He says, "I am Iron Man." He snaps. Everyone in the film started fucking screaming and crying. It was nuts, man. Everyone was losing it because he's dying a slow death, and his kid is there, and Spider-Man's there, and everyone's there, and everyone's freaking out. But he dies, and in doing so, in dying, he fucks the shit up for Thanos. And the end is basically a funeral where he's dead, and they're doing like a lot of mourning. And
yo, spoiler alerts are insane right now.
Spoiler alerts are nuts. So fuck all of y'all. I've been holding this shit in for 2 weeks.
I don't even know if I want to watch it over.
George, you have to see the movie. It's nuts, bro. It's nuts. Just the graphics and the fighting and the nonstop action for 3 hours is enough. And then aside from like Iron Man dying, we have Captain America who like retires. He takes like that quantum energy from Iron Man, he keeps a vial and he goes back in time, and instead of becoming like Captain America, he goes through an alternative life with his girl Peggy that he could not be with because of his age, right? Mm-hmm. He was like back after the Second World War, he was frozen for like a very long time, right? But during that time, obviously his girl he was with died, so he didn't get a chance to live a full life with her. So he fucking goes back in time and he ends up having a full entire life with her. Mm-hmm. And then he comes back to like the present day in that reality during the Iron Man like funeral, and he's older. He's old man Cap. He's like 80 years old.
Oh shit.
And he tells people, I did my dream. I had a chance to live a life, with Peggy. We had kids and grandkids, and it was beautiful. Wow. And then the old ass motherfucking Captain America gives his shield to Falcon, the black guy who has the wings, and says, "You are now Captain America." And he can chill as an old man, and and that mantle and that shield is passed. So this film ties everything up in such a perfect bow. Everyone feels good after, even though you lost Iron Man. Everything else is set up.
Sacrifice. But I have a question about Thanos, because you told me at the beginning of the movie he died, and that caught everyone off guard.
But that's like present day Thanos.
Oh, so
Past Thanos jumps into
the
them,
into the present.
into the portal. Yeah, exactly. He jumps with them.
So this quantum and like different time, or like whatever you call it, like different worlds and all that.
Alternate realities.
The alternate, I see. Is this the type of movie that you absolutely must watch everything else before to understand it?
No,
or there's a lot of like action-packed shit that it's like, yo, whoever can watch this.
Man, the way they did this movie, it was to try to capture everyone's dollars.
Yeah.
And them going into the past, they actually go into Avengers 1 and Avengers 2 and Avengers 3.
Oh, God.
It's sick. They actually go into that. So in the same scene, there's two fucking Hulks and they're fighting over the stone, or there's two Captain Americas fighting. It's sick, man. So you got the past Hulk and like the present Hulk.
These alternate worlds or whatever. Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Oh, God. I told myself if I ever do watch it,
You have to see it in theaters, bro.
I'll wait till the very last day of showing, because you know me. You already know, based off my experience with the movie Us, how terrible it was watching a movie that's too brand new. You can't watch movies when they're brand new. Like, I don't know which movie theater you watched it in, but this is the kind of movie that everyone needs to shut the fuck up and pay attention to everything that goes on. Because me hearing people talk and all that ruins my whole vibe. And if I'm trying to watch a movie and enjoy... Now, I don't know if this is even comparable, but is this like the last hour of just nonstop action and fighting? Is that like the equivalent of... a couple of Game of Thrones episodes ago where they had like that War of Winterfell or some shit. But I don't watch that, by the way, but I was told that it was like a fighting, like the whole show.
I know it's crazy, George, but I never seen one episode of that show, and everyone's shocked because that's my shit. I'll tell you right now, man.
You're an alien. Like, how do you not watch that?
I know, man. Like, I found out about it very late. And the other problem was that I got so far behind. Every fucking episode is like a movie, bro. It's like 1 hour and 20 minutes.
Yeah.
How am I gonna catch up to 8 seasons of that, man? It's fucking.
I think the first 7, and now they're on their 8th and final season, were all like an hour and a bit. But
crazy.
now they're doing less episodes for this one. They're only doing 6. Ones. But we're talking an hour and a half, so it is like a movie per.
Man,
per
everything I heard about that fight in the Battle of Winterfell was that it was so fucking dark on the TV. Oh my God, did you hear that?
That's all I've been hearing.
Everyone's going,
shout out
wow.
Deezus. Deezus was like, yo, it was a boring but dark show. Or dark. Yeah.
But honestly, man, all you had to do was turn up the fucking brightness on your TV. How are you motherfuckers so stupid you don't do that? It's dark on purpose because that's the episode, but put the fucking light on your TV.
See, the way you described
brightness,
the way you described the last hour of the EndGame movie, I was thinking of that. The Battle of the Winterfell or Winterfell. Yeah. And of how it was just crucial, nonstop, like excruciating battles and fighting and deaths and murders and everyone. Basically, it was the Royal Rumble of Fantasylands, right?
Yep.
It's just every man for himself. Now that you're telling me that everyone just got released, like the whole Wakanda,
it's not, man. The fucking theater was hype when people are coming in that portal. Everyone's like, people were going nuts, man. Man, it was like a wrestling match.
I'm pretty sure this movie will be in theaters till December.
Probably, yeah.
Just because I know that they destroyed like box office records already.
I bet, yeah.
But yeah, where did you watch it though?
I watched it at Star Cité Gatineau.
Man, how the fuck did you? How did you watch it here and you didn't? Unless you're like a dude who doesn't get distracted easily. Because I know that movie theater there is just filled with a bunch of little hoodlums that don't shut up in between movies, right?
The worst theater of all time.
Somewhere ghetto.
It's fucking South Keys, bro.
Oh, South Keys.
So any theater, except like aside from that, is amazing.
Bro,
so,
the fact that you said South Keys, you didn't even need to tell me South Keys. Anything that's South Keys related is trash. Maybe not Shawarma Palace over there, but yo, South Keys in general. Yo, no offense to the city of Ottawa. I've always been hating on you, Ottawa, but South Keys. If there's one part of Ottawa I'd like to remove, it'd definitely be South Keys. I'm very disappointed right now because we were supposed to do something that we hyped a lot on our last episode because we had the battle of our favorite chip brands. George said he got his 5. I'll take his word for it. I brought one of 5 with me.
Wait a sec. I do have a confession. I did open them up for the birthday party. But I had the sour cream. I had all the flavors of all the Ruffles. We had the Doritos.
I'm gonna take you to Toronto. You're about to catch a Dafas right now.
The Dafas, I had to because my ass was too lazy to go and buy more chips.
Another 5-pack.
So I grabbed my isolated bags that were hidden and I opened them up, man.
Hey man, listen. All right, bro. I'll let you.
It's for Gigi though.
I'll let you off the hook with this one, bro. Because otherwise, I would have thrown you in that Monopoly jail quick.
Definitely taste test next week.
Well, I don't even know anymore because you know how hard it is for a guy like me who has 5 bags and he just lets them sitting there and not open them because you know how tempted I am, right?
Dude, that one bag that you brought over there, it can stay here. It can stay here.
It ain't staying nowhere, bro. Like we're about to
stay. No,
because I want to eat the fuck out of this.
Man. Listen, don't.
Y'all hear that?
That's that Doritos Cool Ranch. Do not fuck up your entire dinner, man. Push yourself, save it.
Oh. I'm not pushing nothing.
Save your ass until next week, and we'll dust off the chips. Our top 5.
First of all, how am I gonna trust you that you're not gonna open this until our next?
Because
episode?
I hate the Cool Ranch. I'm gonna tell you right now.
How am I gonna know? You might open it up for your boy. Maybe your wife might have some. Maybe
ain't
the friends.
no one coming down here except for me and you, homie. This is the G&G.
So it's staying down here,
bro. This is the G&G pit. But make sure you have that donut over there, motherfucker. Man, I brought his ass a Krispy Kreme from Toronto, and this motherfucker can't even eat it.
Toronto?
Well, they all come from Toronto, Holmes. Come on.
Okay, cool. Yo, Wagwan Ting from Toronto. Yeah. Jared. No, that was a New York.
Man, them Utes.
Oh.
It tastes good.
Yo,
the best donut ever, man. It's fucking Krispy Kreme.
I feel like Charles Barkley right now, man.
Oh yeah.
Having a lemon bar and shit. Talking about I'm on a diet and shit. Yo, bro, I'm just telling you right now. I have to throw someone under the bus. This brand Doritos pissed me the fuck off. So you know how I told you I wanted to get dill pickle Doritos? So I've been to 3 different Walmart locations where they normally would have them. They don't make them no more, George.
They're off, I know.
They don't. What do you mean? You know, I didn't know this. I bought a bag like 2 months ago, and they were totally there. The one in Gatineau.
It's been a couple of months. I haven't seen that.
Maloney's had it. Bayshore's had it, and what's it called? Train Yards had it. I go to all those 3 locations, and guess what, son? 99 problems, but the chip is definitely one for them, and that really pissed me off because that was that was gonna be my number 1. I'm not even gonna lie to you. If I had to give you in a chronological order of my favorite, dill pickle Doritos would be my top one. Yeah, exactly. So now I'm out of that. So unfortunately, now it leads me to only 4, unless I grab like an alternative one or whatever, which most likely might be Miss Vicky's because I fucks with Miss Vicky's a lot. Shout out to the salt and vinegar. Shout out to the sweet chili. Shout out to the Applebee barbecue Hickey Woods Hickey Dicky. Can't you see?
Yeah. Hickey.
Bro.
That bite of the glazed, man, I love a Krispy Kreme donuts, man.
Oh my god, even the smell
it's
of it, man.
That bite of it's just too much, man.
We need to call Tim Hortons and ask them to step their fucking game up, because Tim Hortons can never get on his level. You mean to tell me you got this from Toronto? Give us an address, bro. Give us a quick plug for them. Give them a shameless.
This is a shout out.
Shameless plug, man.
This is a shout out to the only Krispy Kreme in Canada, which is located in Mississauga. I don't know which road, but if you type in Krispy Kreme Mississauga, go. The best thing about Krispy Kreme, cuz, is they make the donuts right there in front of you, out in the open, on the track, and it shows the glaze going over the donuts.
Oh Lord! So it's like Subway of donuts. Man.
And on top of that, the sign lights up red when the donuts are actually being made currently fresh. So if you drive by at night, you're like, fuck, it's red, I'm going, boom, you get a fresh one.
Because Krispy Kreme is generally an American thing, right? They don't have that shit over here except Toronto, right? Because Toronto is like the New York of Canada.
It's New York.
New York. So, George, do we just give a brief little rundown before we wrap things up about the basketball shit? Or do you want to wait till next week where you go off? Because right now, we're almost near the ending of the second round. I
have to say, man, I have 5 extremely fast hitting points for you.
Let's get it.
Number 1, I'm fucking happy the Boston Celtics are out, And if Kyrie leaves and all the Boston fans they want him to leave, they are not landing KD, and the Boston experience has ended, which proves the Pat Riley theory: you do not gain a championship team by losing or by just accumulating draft picks. You got to make a move and get always those big stars. And because Pat Riley hates Boston, so I hate Boston. So, fuck you, Boston. You're out. And for all of those years as a Heat fan with LBJ, you fucking gave me a heart attack. Fuck all y'all Boston fans. Point number 2. What the fuck is wrong with you, Houston? Like, James Harden, you're one of my favorite players. Even though I find your game boring, I still am, like, mesmerized. How the fuck are you going to lose when KD goes out in the third quarter? How are you going to lose by 5 points?
Especially
Ridiculous.
when they were close, you're right.
And again, for the second straight year, they may have thrown away their fucking chance against the Warriors. My third point, Giannis is a fucking monster. I have a feeling the Bucks are going to win the title this year. I'm not even kidding you. I think they're going to smoke Toronto or the Sixers, and I think they are going to smoke the Rockets, Blazers, like the fucking Warriors, or the Denver Nuggets. Whoever comes out of there, I think they're going to smoke it, especially because, A, their team finally is fully healthy. They got, like, Brogdon back. They got everyone healthy, and everyone is, like, rip-roaring, and they're fucking hitting their stride. Point number 4, Kawhi Leonard, you are a fucking man amongst boys. The Toronto fans should be on their knees for you, begging you to stay, blocking you from the airport if you ever want to go to the LA Clippers, because if they lose you, they have nothing, and they've never had a player like you. And if the Raptors go far, the only reason I want them to go far is because they might keep Kawhi that way. If they get bounced out this round, they're not keeping Kawhi. Point number 5.
Last but not least.
Last but definitely not least, Dame, one of my favorite dudes in the whole league. Even before that hype shot that everyone was like, oh, Dame is good. Dame is better than Russell Westbrook. Before that, everyone was hating on Dame. So fuck all y'all fucking fake like bandwagoners.
Most def.
But Dame, you can't lose to the Denver fucking Nuggets, bro. Man, you've been in a slump the whole series. You haven't scored more than 26 points. Please pick up your socks and fuck up these Denver Nuggets. Don't let this team win.
Yeah, you
come on, homie. You can't. You just fucking proved them all wrong. You proved all the haters wrong. Get to the Western Finals, please, Dame.
You don't lose to the Nuggets. You eat Nuggets, fool. You
piece.
You gotta eat those 6 pieces. I know Jokic is crazy right now, and he can't even handle the mic apparently. But hey, man, like, just kill him, because I'm rooting for you too. I'm actually a Dame Lillard guy. Like, he's my guy. I've been saying this. I know you rocked the jersey last episode, but I've been a Dame Lillard guy ever since I seen him in the league, and I'm like, yo, is that Brendan Roy, or is that like the second coming of Brendan Roy? Because he low-key looks like
he's
him
better
a little
than
bit.
Brendan Roy, man. Better.
But
come on, Dame, pull your socks up, bro. Please, let's do it.
Your boy Max Kellerman went as far as saying that he thinks the Bucks are gonna just win the whole thing, but if the Bucks go all the way to the finals even with Kevin Durant, with the way he's playing out of his mind right now, you think Giannis and the Bucks will still take the Warriors?
2.
2 what?
2 is the number that I'm holding up in front of your eyes. 2 times this year, they beat the Golden State Warriors by no less than 15 points.
Oh, dumb. Oh.
So I'm telling you right now, I don't give a fuck. Man, if they make it there, oof.
Season versus playoffs, though. We're in 2 different atmospheres. It's like 2 realms, man. It's some endgame shit over here.
But the Bucks are young and hungry, and if the Golden State Warriors are old on their last leg, the team is over after this year. Especially, for sure, KD's leaving. If Clay if they don't like re-up like Green, fuck, he's gone too. I'm telling you right now, man. This is their last chance, and they have that championship Miami Heat 2014 fatigue on their face. They don't care if they win or lose, and I wouldn't be surprised if they don't make it out this round. If like the Rockets win the next 2, I won't be surprised if they lose even the Western Finals against Blazers or
the Nuggets,
the Denver Nuggets. But most def, the best team in the league this year, best record, best offensive and defensive team combined left in the playoffs right now are the Bucks. And I don't know what it is, but the Bucks, I have that feeling. Man, they have the same feeling that the Miami Heat to me had when they were in that run and they lost to Dallas, and I knew they were going to win those next 2 or hopefully 3 finals. Obviously, they lost the third one.
Right.
But they have that look where they don't give a fuck what happens anywhere else with any other team. They're going to win. It's that look, man. That look of fuck everyone. I'm telling you, man, we're going to get this.
The Bucks, to me, are the most organic team. Thanks. They're the most organic team. If they win it all this year, I'm going to call them like the team's team. They're like the most organic team to win a title since, sorry to say this, Dallas won it in 2011.
Yeah.
Because every team after that was a super team type organization, right?
Even Dallas in 2011, that look they had as they were coming back, you knew no matter what
Down
the Heat
0-2,
threw,
right?
You knew no matter what the Heat threw at them, they were gonna win. That's what I feel about the Bucks, man. They have that look. I don't know.
Was it 0-2 to start off the 2011
2-1,
finals?
2-1.
It was a 2-1, and then they came back. Well,
they smoked them in like 3 games in a row.
Wow.
Fucking LeBron didn't want to post JJ Barea. I don't want to talk about it.
Let's not talk about that. But for now, there's 2 animals, 2 monsters, 2 robots. One physically and emotionally a robot in Kawhi Leonard. Kawhi Leonard versus potentially, well, actually, it should be Giannis versus potentially Kawhi, because tonight is like the game clinching game. Tonight is the game clincher. And in fact, I want to end this podcast right now because I want to get the hell out of here and go watch my Raptors win, even though I'm wearing Philly.
If the Raptors lose, homies, it's because of George right here. I'm telling you, bro.
You know what?
I
I may have jinxed it, but you know, even the TNT analysts, they're all comfortable enough to say, "Yo, Raptors winning it, and they're gonna seal the deal tonight." In Philly. Shout out Iverson. Shout out Meek Millie. You know, shout out Beanie Siegel. Shout out Cassidy. Shout out Philly in general, outside of the basketball team itself, because fuck Joel Embiid. I don't like that guy. He can go back to Cameroon for all I care. You dig?
You dig?
And yo, we got so much to talk about, but yo, we gotta wrap this up like a BT commercial.
It's all about the chips, homie. You'll see what I'm
And we will bring the chips back, all right? We stack our chips and we eat our chips over here at 2 G's in the pod. It's episode 22. And we out. Peace.